I know something in the Bible that says, wherever two or more are gathered in my name, then it means I'm also present or available there. And this is what we are also about to do. Anytime two or more people are gathered in the name of Ghana's show business, then you should know that we are about to talk about the betterment, the growth, and the development of our showbiz industry. I can't do this alone. I might not even be able to do it with just one person. So from time to time, our brothers will be joining us, and this is a free cut. It's a weekend kind of thing. Activities throughout the week, we put it together. We look at some of them, those that are beneficial to us. We spend some 30 minutes, less or more, to talk about them. My name is Sammy Flex, and he is one great guy. He controls enough space on social media. In fact, he's been doing his thing since. He's been an editor, and a website manager, artist manager, publicist, publisher. In fact, whatever you can think about in the entertainment industry, Nanaya Radio is there. And the good thing is that he's all the time 18. He's all the time 18. Yeah. Nanaya 18. Bro, welcome to the business.
Hi, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
and
so much.
You have a heart of a lion.
Yep.
You don't back up.
No, we don't. You know, I mean, we didn't do this thing because we were looking for money in the first place. I always tell people that some of us began this business because we were looking for what we call a safe space to air our voice. And I remember when I was in tertiary, I had one of the most popular newspaper, 18.com. And everybody was like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? You know, that we've done from news, we've done politics, all across, because we want to fix society. We want to help society to get better. So this is not something we're doing for money. And it's a comedy and we are trying to help fix the industry.
I know. All right, so simply call him Nanaya Radio, aka Nanaya18.com. And currently, Nana, what's your position at Muse?
Well, I'm the director and editor-in-chief, Muse Africa.
Okay.
And Muse Media Network. It's two different brands. So.
Muse Africa.
Yeah, so Muse Africa is our product. It's like our website. And so I'm the editor-in-chief of that. But I'm also the director of Muse Media Network, which is our mother company of Muse Africa. Tunes by Muse, news by Muse, food by Muse, style by Muse. Yes, so.
Oh, I see. So it means he's a big man. Those who have been chasing me for jobs, please look at this direction. I'm sure you'll get some assistance from there. And also get to know that this is not an interview. I'm not here to interview Nanaya Radio. We're here to have a discussion, and I keep saying that it might be that tomorrow or another edition, other people or other guys will join us for us to discuss and deliberate on some of the issues pending in our industry and more. Today, before we even get into the main issues, I want us to look at some one or two events coming up. Today is the Rain concert. And I'm also happy that most of the artists are coming up with their individual concerts. I don't know which one you know. I know of Bisake, they're coming up with the Bisa Fest. I've seen Samini throwing out a caution that there might be a Samini Fest. Stoneboy, also a Shaman to the World. I hear it might change. Beam Concert. Okay. This year he didn't do a Shaman to the World. Okay, Beam Concert is also coming up. Sarkodie is coming up with two shows. That is the Tema Music Festival and the Rapaholic. And who else?
I think King Promise as well.
Okay, as Promise concert.
Yeah, as Promise concert also is going to happen this year. I mean, all the artists doing their shows. Big up to them. Okay, it's not easy. I like it because of just one thing. Okay, they will get to understand where promoters like us come from when we approach them for a gig. Okay. You know, once in a while, all the artists, if you call an artist for a gig, it's like give me X, give me Y, give me A, give me B, give me C, because you don't know what goes into it. All you do is show up, perform, and take your money and go. But if you are putting it together yourself, you will see the value.
What goes into it?
The
stress and all
exactly.
that.
So when a promoter calls you and say, Joe, Brana show, you understand. Yeah, you understand and say, you know what, brother, let me also, because I know what goes into these things. Big up to them is not easy. It's a good step. Especially when the industry is slow, very, very slow in terms of events in Ghana. It's very, very slow. I mean, we know the incident that happened at the 20th edition of the Ghana Music Awards. So obviously, some will say it hasn't, but I think in a way it has affected our industry 2019. Okay. You know, so events are not like before. So if any artist who has fan base is willing to take the step to do our own show, why not? You know, so I support them. I mean, for some of them, I've actually called them, yo, bring your event, let me promote it for you, because that's the only way we can also show you our support. When you do it successfully, tomorrow somebody else will do it, and every year we can look up to a lot of jobs being created for in the industry. So that's
and again, let me also say big ups to Kofi Kinata. Kofi Kinata also has this event called Made in Tadi, and I think I've been there once, and anytime I ask him, Kofi, how do you get support to do what you do, he tells me, Sammy, it is no joke. He puts up one of the biggest stages I've ever seen, and he also invites artists from the south all the way to the western region. He feeds them, he gives them accommodation, maybe some support for TNT and all that, and he has been doing it. This year, I know he's going to do it in December. Kofi Kinata, big ups to you. Now, out of Kofi Kinata, it's a song called Things Fall Apart. And let's pick him up for being one of the foremost songwriters we have in our industry.
Lyricist.
Very young.
Lyricist. The heroes, I mean, listen, Rexoma has explained it. It's a lyricist. You know, people have their opinion, but yeah.
So do you agree that he's not a songwriter?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yesterday we had this argument in this office.
Okay.
I agree with Rexoma when he says copies and lyricist, because I kind of words he posted and the way he delivers it. I mean, I have an artist too, so Nana, most of the songs we've released last 2 years, and think she didn't write them, but she voiced them. And she added her words to it, you know. But Kofi is tricky because Kofi is in the middle.
Okay.
Because a songwriter is the person who composes the song, melodies, arrangement, delivery, all put together. Kofi writes the music, fixes the melody. I don't know. I haven't seen him record a song before, so I don't know if he directs the keyboardist or the engineer on the keys to play. Okay. You know, so. That is why
maybe you can confirm that
exactly.
From King
That's
D.
why someone would say there are songwriters and there are lyricists. A songwriter takes keen interest in melody. When the music will be but
I can also argue with Rexoma and add that he has not been in the studio with him. Maybe it is because he thinks he's the only person writing and he has producers doing it for them. He doesn't come up.
But one thing I didn't like about the response to Rexoma's teaching was that some Ghanaians went to attack Rexoma saying he hates, you know. I mean, I actually heard a few radio stations going that line, saying that probably Rexoma hates, or the legends don't want the small artists, the new or the young artists to shine. That's wrong. You know, that's one thing we need to kill in the industry.
I also believe.
Yeah, these are
heroes. In our industry, anytime you talk against someone's opinion, you come across as a hater. And I believe these fans, especially fans of artists, they have been very ignorant for so many years on this line.
I condemn. Yesterday I was standing in front of mine here that in the office that I condemn it 100%. You know, Rex is a hero. The kind of work Rex has done from Narcorex. If you don't know, that's another thing too in the industry. A lot of the young guys who are 18 to 22 don't know who some of our great legends are. And the work they have done. Somebody will see a Ben Bracco on radio and tune off because he or she has no idea what Ben has done in the industry. Somebody will hear a Butela on radio and say, oh, now we're so handsome and they have no idea. Somebody will hear a performance on radio and tune off. You know, we need to fix our industry. It is a way a young guy between 18 to 25. That's a woman. People started this before you. You need to try and find out who they are and what they have done. Because Ochene will also be old. And there will be another 18 to 25 years who also tune off.
I know. Alright, so this is just the preliminary of what we are about to do, and I believe that we have so many things to talk about, but today we will limit it to just two of them. And the Things Fall Apart song by Kofi Kinata gave us one of the serious articles on social media, obviously penned down by my writer here, Nanaya Redu. We're going to take time to discuss some of these things he raised in the piece, and after that maybe you can also feel free to share your views under any of the videos and wherever you see it, because I hear this will be published on multiple platforms, some on news platforms and some on Sammy Flex TV platforms as well. Nana, whilst we were writing this, were you angry, were you emotional or something like that?
No, Sammy, I wasn't.
Yeah, because sometimes you bring in like those things.
This is how I write my articles. I write my articles as a third party, so I argue with myself. So when I'm writing a piece, I'm writing a piece as a reader and a writer.
Okay.
So I write and argue with myself. So I don't want you to. I don't want the reader to read the article and say, so what was he trying to say? So I ask myself that question. So you will feel the emotions and hey, sir, because that's what you will say when you're reading the article. So I was in the office one. It was 2 a.m. We had finished Music Africa. The team had gone home. Big ups to my team, NYB, Derek, Rabner. We had programmed the week. We had done, and I was playing Kofi Kenate's record in the office.
Things Fall Apart.
Things Fall Apart. So I was playing the song and I started having words in my mind. And I also write music. Yes.
It's my first time doing this.
Yeah, I actually wrote 4 songs on Nanaya's album.
Oh.
Yeah.
Consider me.
So in the words they come, and I was asking myself, our industry is falling apart. So I began to write it down. I started writing 1 paragraph, and by the time I realized, I write a whole article.
Hold it there. We still have our data on our phone, so we can still make reference to what Nanaya already wrote. And I'm going to read the preamble, and after that I'll be asking him because he gave us from different sectors and from different angles on this piece. Now, Things Fall Apart, the entertainment industry version. I have listened to Kofi Kenate's song, Things Fall Apart, so many times, and I must say it is a great record. I love the song much that I began to see from a different angle, the entertainment industry angle. So here we go. Now, the first one he talked about was that he said things fall apart in the entertainment industry. Kofi Kinata, after this masterpiece of a song plus all other songs, will still not get royalties for his creative work even after so many years to come, simply because we don't have a clue how this whole royalties work. And I'm sure today we're going to be debating a little bit.
Yep.
Our industry is paying royalties to enjoy royalties. Why are you making the work of Gamro non-existent? Rexomine's charges at Gamro, they are doing well. They are paying artists royalties. So what do you mean with this first point?
So this first point is coming from a music seller background. You know, I've sold music to the highest level in Ghana. We were the guys who brought Deezer to Ghana. Tigo Music. And we've sold music to the layman. When I said I've sold this, people ask me, what Tonyoman is saying? I have gone to Kaneshi Market to go and sell Deezer to a young boy who sells on the street. And he tells me he cannot put in a certain 4-digit code so that I can pay the artists in Ghana for royalties. And in penning that first point, I asked myself, royalties are working in the bigger countries to the extent that new artists and old artists are being taken care of from their creative arts. Here in Ghana, I have an artist, like I keep saying. Menkaida will be a friend and say, Sikaba, Intibejo there.
Have you registered at Gamro?
I was coming to that. That's the first point. Now, the reason why I say Kofi might not get it is because most of the artists complain that the association before they can even put their pen and say, I want to be part of it. Now, I'll give an example. When you go to South Africa, there's a system whereby artists are being given certificates of what they have earned. For instance, Billboard has a duplicate in South Africa. Into artists like AK, Nasty C, you name them in South Africa. Oh, wow, so menya 100,000 sales. Into you me plug about say menya gold. This is how our own works. Sikaneba ebia 2.5 million. Now ya check based on a certain old principle. Say, more. And the young artists,
they have some categories.
Exactly.
A, B, C, and goes on like that.
So when I wrote this first paragraph, this is very personal to me because I realized that you name how the system works. But most of our artists who are legends have actually linked up to other publishing companies who are collecting royalties on their behalf. And so can't we just call these people as Ghana music industry and say, come and help us fix our royalty problem? There's a group of boys who are running what we call the radio monetization platform, Good Music, and there's another guys. They are able to tell us that in a week, and you send your ball or radio more 75 plus more radio stations. Yet still, we are paying royalties to artists who don't even have, some are even dead, which is correct. But Chen is saying, when I was at Deezer, there's something called the royalties bucket. Into your royalties bucket now, you check Jay-Z there Africa there King Promise there Ubia there you check Ubia there. How is Gammo doing the distribution? Have they come out to educate us?
But Nana, this is not to hold brief for Gamro, but they have also complained, or they've said that we are not even logging in from our radio stations. I'm a radio presenter, and I'll say this to even shame myself that I don't remember the last time at my station a DJ played a song and picked a pen, or maybe digitally logged in, that at 5:45 p.m. on Saturday he played a song from Nanaya or King Promise. We don't do that. So how
when I follow your show on every morning, Twitter, you are always number one. When you play a record, you tweet the record. And then when a lot of the stations, even news, when we play a record, we tweet the record. That is logging in. It's just done digitally on Twitter.
But it's not other songs that we play.
Yes, Billboard, right? Billboard in recent time where they were not adding digital sales. That's in like the Apple Music, Spotify, and things. And the artists were complaining that now we are making a lot of streams from these places. Guess what Billboard did? They called in an expert and said, how do we fuse in this system into our sales system? And it's been done now. DJ Khaled's album didn't go to #1 because a certain artist called what's his name? Something the Creator, Tyler the Creator, had more streaming sales than Khaled. And Khaled was complaining that they didn't add a certain part of his sales. How did they do that argument? Because Billboard called in an expert. All I'm saying is, Gamro can call in an expert. There are agencies that work, so man, I'm sure he's signed to collecting royalties from. He's a big artist. Ebutela is touring the world. How is Ebutela collecting royalties without anybody questioning how he's making the money? Ebutela friend and say, yo, people, come in. There's good music. There's these guys who are working with Musica to monitor all the music. You don't need to log in again. But they're not logging in.
Just play a song.
Just play a song. There are guys who have a system that are tracking all the songs played across the whole country. 75 plus more. And sometimes they are top 10. They are called GH. They are top 10. When you check the current system, that's what we use for our top 10 music video countdown. Our TV countdown. Because they're higher because how royalties should work. There's a proper mainstream system. Yes, I see a follow, but you follow.
I see. Also blame successive governments for not helping in this direction. Because I'm not sure we are talking about Gamro today. Gamro has been talked about since the days of Sachi and the rest of them, and nothing has been done about it. Even if it is the login system they are looking for, government can help them build it. Even the good music guys you're talking about, whatever system they are using, if government wants it for the creative arts industry, they can also do it. Can we lay a portion of the blame at the doorsteps of government as well?
Yes, we can. We can lay. These are some of the things that we talk about every day. We can lay some portions to the government, but do we have to?
The government, of course, they are decision makers.
Law, right? Law. But our system is such that people, for instance, I've had Gamro people come here before. I was in the office. My accountant was in the office, and they came and said they want to collect royalties from us. Then my accountant said they should go and come because I wasn't around. If I was here, I would have loved to have a conversation and see how best I can contribute. Government is a government institution. Unfortunately, maybe our part of the world is a developing country. Government has a lot of things on their plate. Healthcare, and. We are also important, don't get me wrong. But without healthcare, the musician might even die. So, on the list of priorities, they're hanging on the government level. If we, tomorrow, my son can choose to say he wants to do entertainment. If I don't fix this industry myself, tomorrow my son will come and suffer. And he says, Sammy Flex, any Nanaya, any Omamakani now say, forget government. Let's come together as an industry and see how best we can put A and B together and pay ourselves. Why can't we do that? We are looking at an industry where Obia person in there Juma. Nanaya wants to be the guy who wrote the Things Fall Apart article so that Sammy Flex TV, let's discuss it. But if it was written by another person, Nanya will not discuss it. How do we grow? You're very
Okay, this is just the first point, but I believe going about it, we are spending more time than even the main thing. But Nana, let's move on. It is my prayer that just as you want Kofi Kinata to be paid royalties forever, it is also our prayer that the talk will end so that actions will now follow and the other artists will also earn from it. Now, to the second point you raised in the piece, Things Fall Apart, you said, Things Fall Apart, radio and TV are being controlled by the fans and viewers and not the stations anymore. We are here loving foreign movies on our TV because it gives eyeballs and local sponsors want to put their brands on it. But the local brands will not sponsor a local TV series because it has no eyeballs unless it is, unless, let me get that right, unless it's about comedy. Anything serious produced locally hardly sustains after a season. Hey, and you added that eye-popping emoji.
Yeah, I was watching UTV. Shout out to Nana McBrown. She brought in all the legends. Amache, Mikio Sebe, and all those people. And almost Kasa Bibi. I almost shed a tear. The Kasa on the level of say local content is not getting much airtime on TV. And I thought it was just a joke. But apparently they are gone out of it. Because your boss 60. Now that is in TV, that's fine. All the stations show one thing. And you will see the biggest brands on the Mexican circuit. The local producer, like Kobirana, the local producer, like Efocalipse, the local producers, their times are shown after prime time.
Now, there is this argument that sometimes our people, they lack quality, their storylines are weak, production is always not on point, and all that. Now that the TV stations are also looking for competition, they are looking.
I run a TV channel. You know what I say? The soap operas that we show on TV, when you go to their country, it's also low quality.
But to us, it is not. No, I get you.
Same thing.
I get you.
It's the same thing.
I get you perfectly. I keep using this example. I watched, is it the Clash of the Titans?
Yeah.
What we call locally the head of Medusa.
Yeah.
These days, if I watch it, I cry because the heads of the lion, the three heads, they were hanging on. They were not really on. But at that time, you and I, because we were not advanced technologically, we didn't find it. So now, what we are watching, the Kwandos, Yasmia, Maria, all those things we are watching, yes, like you are saying, it might have been produced so many years ago in their countries. To them, it is of low quality. But here, the standard that we are watching, we are still below even that standard. So if a TV station feels this is the quality we want to maintain, like news, I know you guys, it's not everything you put on your platform.
Yeah.
If someone thinks I have the best of songs, I have the best of videos, and he comes and he doesn't meet your standard, you won't put him on. So how do we marry this? Yes, our local guys are producing, they are not being given the airtime. But then can we also question what they put on air?
So this is where I come in. The fans, when I say fans and viewers, are controlling the stations. This is it. Back in the day, radio had a certain program format. They're about 12 to 12, when you say a lunchtime radios across board. So even when you're driving, you can tune into any station and it's cool. So all the artists who were doing that kind of music had a space on radio. When it was TV, it's the same thing. Local productions. Until when did we see that local productions are being whacked? And that's my angle. The thing is that somebody brought a certain eyeballs went there, and the fans all
why did they attract the eyeballs?
Because that's a very good one. Because the person took a certain risk of putting it on the prime time into only option bigger than to watch. And I'm talking about a certain big TV station. That's on the 7 p.m. when news on other channels is 6:30 to 7:30. Or the 7 p.m. And you will be on the pen news. Into the better one, no share. Into share back question in anything. Into be a movie on. And you know what they do? They create content around it. I'm on the market. When I'm drum, when I'm say, start with not a wuno. No, I go beside my man say, into office, mammy will, I did a baby one. Building audience for an quote unquote an irrelevant story. Sebi, yo, yeah, our culture and that culture is even different. Into your pon show, no, not only our culture and affecting yeah culture, no. Our guys' productions are not top notch. I agree, but offer car fear crack commercial and then I wash it.
But Nana, you brought in something that I think I'm so much interested in. You said they go to the market areas or the public places to interview people on the series they've shown. Those who are doing the local series that you think we should also give them prime time, are they also spending quality time to do this? Whatever they are showing, maybe it is called Chrome Quanta series. After Chrome Quanta series, do they also go to Mokola, KJTR and other places to ask the people? Last month, Chrome Quanta series, no. Do they also do that?
Unfortunately, they don't do that. Unfortunately, it's the TV channels that do that because Sebio, the foreign content for Nyamunamoye is the TV channels who are doing that.
So you think the TV channels? No, that is not your business.
News.
It is your production.
Let me use this for instance. We get calls all the time. People say, I have a music video. We say, send it to us. When you send the music video to us and it's not meeting our quality, do you know what we do? We play it for you. You bought one to near Jai. Now we say, okay, we Jai because a meaty level no response in the banning them. Into Kuchafu Fra, when say if I wanted to be played on Muse, I need to do a certain way. If we don't create the spaces for our local productions to go, they will not grow. And I may say, Ofaka Free Accra, Eko Kumasi Takadia, they will share a local production and you enjoy it so much. Why don't we encourage them by challenging them to change their ways, by giving them the same opportunity we are giving the people? Things are falling apart.
Okay, once again, it is on the weekend gathering of all the events happening in our entertainment industry and some of the interesting ones, exciting ones for development and for positivity. Nanaya Radio, myself, and other industry people I know moving forward will also be part for us to do this talk. But then, still on Things Fall Apart, the piece put out by Nanaya Radio, I want us to look at the next paragraph where he wrote that the music radio stations have lost their program sense as they play the same kind of music every day 7 days, killing our musicians who do other forms of music and not just dance. And again, let me add this, where you added that Things Fall Apart. A whole music industry cannot break a new talent unless the talent has money to pay. The industry milks the talent so much that all the talented artists are suffering while the dead talented ones rise. He says, ask Raskuku. So the fact that we are playing same music all day and the fact that the radio and TV platforms are now bringing artists. This is my opinion. Nana, I have been in a position to manage a radio station before. And I can tell you that whoever is bringing a commercial, an advert, is looking at your rating. So if I am a radio manager and you are a presenter, whilst on air, I expect you to give me the product, put out the product that will put me in the ratings. At the end of the year, geopolls and all those ratings will come. If I don't make a representation, how do I get revenue? I don't get revenue. So how can I tell my presenters that, okay, you know music, go out, scout for good music and play. The music that my boys, Currency and Richie Flex and co, they cannot vibe with them. How am I going to fit into the rating, Nana?
You know, Geopo has always been there.
No.
It has always been there, Sammy.
But advertisers are looking at that.
Yeah, Geopo has always been there. Nasenkra, I also buy media. I also have a channel. Nasenkra, even people who do adverts are swatting. You know why?
I know.
Because they're also tired. Because you see, our competition now is so bad that you can actually tell, okay, me found to X here, but when you say X, I'm about a new way. What one of your boss are new? What I'm saying is that back in the day, you go and all those data analysis were there, but we still had a smooth run radio, where radio encouraged and radio led the conversation. Now it's the readers, the fans lead the conversation. Station in your program, about 12 or yeah, shout out. But say text me a song to play. It's a text it, Shatawali Melissa. One bar mean TBM. So then you play. So then Walasi who is doing a song that fits your lunchtime rhythm is lost. From morning to evening. See, I check 4 hours of following a certain radio program, stations should follow it. Because you see, quality attracts quality. There are products or brands that also run smoothly with that kind of program. When you design your programming like that, they will come and put their brands on it. For instance, there are some brands that actually need people to sit down and listen to them. It's not about the noise. Some brands will not do commercials during drive time. So what do you need here? I'm telling you, boy, from our friends, they want to be, lunchtime, let's say 2 minutes and only here. We say, oh, all those brands are now suffering because they don't know where to go and put their product. That's what I'm saying. Radio stations, there are artists like Akan, Young Pabi, Walasi, Sina So, and a certain Nanaya, even Adina, even if you are now switching because they have to, like you're saying, they have to get the airtime. But back in the day, you bet me about radio. When you say about 2 hours, you will hear a song from me. So I had a Joyce Blessing video last week, or was it last week? Right? I played mainstream time, and I had a call from one of my owners. Hey, Joyce Blessing, gospel, Sunday. I said, no, Joyce is an artist. I'll play it mainstream time. I'm sure I do TV, no? Isn't she an artist? Why are we regulating people to a certain point? Say, one year, and yes, I played Joyce Blessing on a Monday on TV, 4 p.m. I bought Joyce Blessing. I played Joyce on a Tuesday because Joyce is an artist. And I don't have to say a gospel video until my main trying Sunday and a family use and I'm a bo. I don't do that.
So you are not going to consider rating, and how, are you thinking about your sustenance? Are you thinking about the duration you can be in the
I
business?
consider ratings. You know why? Because when I play a Joyce Blessing video at 4 p.m., there are 10,000 of Joyce Blessing fans who will watch me.
Well, we've not even exhausted our first topic yet. What it means is that we might not be able to do the second one, but then we are going to do the very final. Now, let's be wrapping up on this one.
Okay.
We'll be doing this every week, so you can also tell someone that Sammy Flex and Nanaya Radio of Muse, we meet every weekend to discuss our issues. You can also join us. Just take any of the numbers on the screen. Join us if you think you have a lot to say on the industry and matters arising. We can do that. So we are doing the last 5 minutes, and I want to combine some 2 points so that we take it from there. First, you said things fall apart after 20 years of Ghana music and movies. There is nothing like records. So underline records for me. And again, you also talked about things fall apart in our industry. Things fall apart. The talent that is artists in our industry will not and never support a local media house, a Ghanaian promoter or a Ghanaian event house, but to run to a foreign promoter and they will support them. Now let's put these two together. The records and the fact that you want the artists to support us. All the time I want to come from the angle of the people who are the other side. You want the artist to support you. How do you want him to survive? Over the years, when he was in the studio recording his songs, shooting his videos, Muse did not support him. Now Muse is telling us he wants to do 40 top something party at a club. The artist should come and play for free. How would they buy clothes, buy shoes, put on their blinks to perform? How do you want them to do it, Nana?
You see, thank you. See, this is so important. Let me just break it down. Artists in Ghana don't support local media or local event promoters. Simple. Because men can't say, come and play for me for free. I'll give you an example. I had a Nigerian artist here at Muse who has signed on to Muse. And I called him and I said, Charlie, I have venues at 4 universities. I don't have physical cash in my pocket. If you and I will go, when I collect money at the gate, I will pay you. You know what the Nigerian said? He said, oh, man, forget the money now. Put me on, let's go. When we finish the 4, get me a bigger venue. Bring all the 4 schools together. That's when I'll take my money. What I'm saying is that back in the day, what you're saying is what happened. We are free artists now. I can't say, oh, come and pass through for me. No support. Now we don't do that. I know a lot of foreign, and I know a lot of local promoters are only try promoting because artists are killing them. An artist comes to me and says, I want to promote my music. Do you know how much it costs me to pay for airtime on TV? But you want me to play a video on TV for free. If I tell an artist that, yo, I will play for you for free, but go with me to 4 campuses, When I end the tour, I will cut you a check. Let's agree on the percentages. They say no, upfront money. But they will go to another foreign country, partner a foreign promoter who will not give them free. And what I'm saying, I have evidence. I know what I'm saying. They don't give them anything. They go with them to the clubs. They take them to about 4 different clubs. In the conversation of let me help you grow your audience, and they cut them check at the end of the day. Are you helping me or you are killing me? And I am Muse. I have a platform. I have TV. I have website. I have social media. I have radio. I'm saying, Joe, you said I should play a song for you, right? I will play for you. No, don't worry. I will play. Yeah, I agree. 10K worth of airtime. I will play. Go with me to 4 venues. When I collect money for gates, then I'll give you a check. They will never do. Local media has to call an artist for interview. Say Obe share interview nipo artwork no one the platform so kekepono. He thinks he's doing us a favor. Now you know what they will do? A certain media house which is foreign and it's just like you and I our own. Then they are running and they will share it and then they will tag. Somebody told me that it's familiarity in life. Yeah. Because nipa ne bear won't know who value. But you see, that is what the Nigerians are doing and they are going. Because a Nigerian will take a Nigerian promoter and say, do a festival for me. Don't cut me money. When we collect all the money, this is the agreement. It's based on trust. Say if today I don't pay you the money, tomorrow don't come and play with me. A lot of the young boys who are promoters, do you want me to mention names? Where is Fela Stone? Today, where is Fela Stone? Fela should have become one of the biggest promoters in our country. Yeah. Fela today cannot even book a DJ because a DJ will say, give me money first hand before I'll come and play. But back in the day, Fela was taking the DJs on a run. Bro, that is all we are saying. All we are saying is that these artists travel and they go to very cheap places. Bro, we know you're too kind of you're young classic for sale. Now some media has been a main news. They are bigger than the station. Then you tweet their artwork, then you tweet their video. And you can share interview on their platform. Yeah. Just because they have a gullible
because it is international. You are local.
Exactly. And then they have a gullible fan base who will say, hey, you should say we want a man go sit here for USA. Hey, then they jump on it, bro. You see, we as an industry. Today, I did a post. I said, Afro Nation is dope. Shout out to Zema. It's going to be massive. What happened to our festivals? What happened to all our things that we used to have?
They will tell you there are no sponsors for them.
The guy who they run things in London, the Nigerian, has support from his own. I had a chat with him. It's shaming. All the boys are showing up at his club parties and he's cutting them checks from tables.
Well, I know one thing about...
Let's talk about the record part.
That one I agree with you, so I will not even start the argument. For the records, we can even use the Gamma Films as an example.
Thank you.
Most of the records we had when we started doing our own productions in Ghana. Now we cannot boast about any of them. And again, Mame Dokno's By the Fireside. If you ask any of these children whether they know by the Spider-Man, as in Coco Nancy, they only know the foreign Spider-Man. They don't know.
But let me say one thing though. Big ups to Ivan Kwashiga for keeping things we do for love.
Yes.
For keeping it over 20 years and still having that record. And today he's doing YOLO and he's able to reference into it. Yeah. So the boy or the girl who didn't know who Pusha was and why we as old as we are, we love Pusha, we'll get to understand why we love Pusha. Sebi, yesterday some guy said something to me. I said, young boys, they know their taste and preference. I'm happy said Ivan and any team, they kept those records. I asked a friend of mine, I say, if GTV decides to show Taxi Driver again, they will jump the ratings. They will come back to #1. But do they have it?
Do you know my favorite was Inspector Mediako?
Do they have it?
We will go there to ask next week. In fact, this is just a special show put together by Sammy Flex TV and of course Muse, and we are doing this for the development of our industry until we discuss our own problems. I'm not sure our guys from Niger or from any place would come to discuss our problems. It is going to be weekly, and I keep saying that it is for the industry. So if you think you have a voice, join us and let's do this. And I love this man. He is very opinionated. Whenever he believes in something, you cannot beat him up to it. God bless you so much for being a part of it. Nana, thank you so much. And tell the people something before we go. Let them know that we'll be doing it every week.
Yeah, I mean, every week we will try and bring the stories to you guys. You can watch it on Sammy Flex TV and also on Miss Africa on social media, on YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to my guys. Thank you to NYB. Thank you to Derek for always giving me the infos. You know, these guys tell me what's happening and what I need to do. You know, thank you to my owners for allowing me to be me on Miss Africa every time. You know, Charlie.
I know.
Charlie, we go try to do them. I told an artist yesterday here that until we fix our industry, we won't let anybody come and destroy it for us. We go do them.
God bless you so much, Richie Flex and the Digital Rasta Currency. Thanks for producing this. Sammy Flex, Nana Radio, we out.
Baby.